Green State Eco Bounty News, the news with the Tinge of Mutiny, coming at you with episode 26C, and following on with our series Going After the Establishment. Yeah, just briefly, we're in this video. If this is your first time watching the video, thanks for joining us. This is the opinion you're not going to see in the mainstream. You're not going to see from even surprisingly, you're not going to hear these truths in on social media platforms, like by bloggers. You know, I don't know why they feel they have to protect the establishment, or you know, have a slightly different variation of the establishment, but never go quite to the core of the problem. Anyway, moving right along, what we want to talk about in this video is sealing up the revolving door. Sealing up the revolving door, locking the revolving door, slamming shut the revolving door between politics and these corporations, which somehow mystically by some, you know, strange coincidence, seem to have these policies that follow certain ministers around in connection to portfolios in their government. You know, just somehow mystically, you know, by some, you know, freak of nature, we get a outgoing politician in a certain area who seems to mystically, magically pass certain policies, and then, you know, lo and behold, when they're voted out, inevitably, because they're so out of touch with reality and the workers and the people, somehow mystically these politicians get a position, get a advisory position in some of these like think tanks and, you know, connected networks. Well, let's not beat around the bush. Let's talk about the military-industrial complex and the, you know, the people that somehow get mystically, magically senior advisory roles in these companies dealing with defense. Now, enjoy the fantasy which you have embraced in the notion that you think you're going to get away with this types of buffoonery. Is that a word? Buffoonery. Because we are inevitably going to clamp down on all this funny, shady little business, these little shady business deals that you think you're getting away with. We're going to backtrack. We're going to audit. We're going to find you. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. But inevitably, we are going to audit. We're going to backtrack and find all these funny deals that are going on in this mystical world of defense industry contracts. Anyway, that was a good rant, wasn't it? But what do you think about that? What do you think about that, people? How politicians have this revolving door, and they're always in these seedy industries, you know, financial advisory, banking, merchant banking advisory, defense system contracts. You know, why don't you go and do one that why don't you get this mystical, magical position that's, you know, like that's cleaning up the environment, you know, that works for an NGO or something like that? Because, you know, it just shows the blatant corruption of the system and the kinds of, like, the people that are in these networks that are running our governments. You know, we're tired of it. We're sick of it. We're going to be slaving away. We're going into difficult financial, economic times. And, you know, your buffoonery, your blatant, you know, disdain for the workers and for people who are doing it tough, it's going to come out. We're going to find you. Where can you go anyway? Where would you escape? Let's just amuse your imagination just for a few minutes. And, you know, say you did get this massive contract and you got this big fat paycheck. Where in the world would you go? Where in the world would you go? Because, you know, somehow, some way, you'd be found out. It's not that easy for your kinds of people. Your blatant, corrupted sort of like, you know, white collar legal criminality. It's not that easy for you to move around the world now anymore, I'm afraid. So think again, you politicians, current government. You're doing a bit of funny stuff now too. Think again before you think you're going to sneak off somewhere, because the day's coming, the day of reckoning's coming. Anyway, so we just want to leave it at that. Leave your thoughts. You know, if you think this is wrong that we call out this type of thing, you know, by these types of people, you know, but that's what we're gonna leave it there. Episode 26, Bounty News, episode C, calling out the establishment, sealing up the revolving door. Green to stay. Signing out.